And I tell you, yeah, I was concerned at first, but then the more we learned and the more we researched, the more we were seeing that this is just a big hoax, and we've not fallen for it at all.
Hello friends! Now before we get into this video, I just wanted to quickly share with you a teaser trailer for what's to come on my YouTube channel. So here it is.
Marshall Hodge travels the world sharing the stories that everyone needs to hear. He creates investigative documentaries, uncovering and discovering the stories of the unheard and the largest dilemmas we currently face. Marshall Hodge, a talented film editor and cinematographer, has worked with the most successful and impactful creators in the YouTube space. He has a solid understanding of what it takes to grow a successful YouTube channel and knows how to convey a powerful and impactful story to inspire millions of people to take action. He deeply relates to the millennial perspective and has now mastered the skill of creating viral content that speaks to the crux of the millennial crowd. Once a month, Marshall releases one in-depth short documentary, bringing awareness to a current problem that he believes the world needs to hear about. As the traveler and adventurer he is, Marshall would do anything to find these answers and to help shine light and find solutions on the unspoken problems that humanity faces today. Every single week, Marshall releases a podcast which includes updates about his current documentary, interviews with people facing the problems head-on, and guidance for other independent journalists and aspiring filmmakers, offering unique, fresh, and topical content to the millennial listener and even older generations of people who follow the current events of our time.
So yeah, I'm currently focused on uncovering and discovering some of the biggest problems going on in the world right now. I was making some documentaries in Asia, but things started heating up here in America, and I love America and I wanted to bring awareness to the issues going on here. So right now I'll be focused on mainly the US, mainly that being investigating and getting to the bottom of what's going on with COVID-19 and exposing the corruption in the healthcare and pharmaceutical companies. I just want to bring love, truth, and justice to humanity, which is why I've been investing my all into these films, which includes all of my time and most certainly all of my money. So all the money I've made from my past films, I've invested every single penny of it into the current films I'm making, which is why my bank account is at like $500 right now. So that's why I started a GoFundMe. So if you believe in my films and you want to see them come to life, then I have started a GoFundMe. It is in the description below. It would really mean a lot to me because it will help me keep going and bring these films to the world. Alright, now let's get into the video. A vast majority of the people your guys' age, the elderly population, they're locked up in their homes, they're cooped up in their homes, they're wearing a mask, they're scared to walk outside. But you guys seem to be quite the opposite. You're out here with other people, you're not wearing a mask, you don't seem to be scared of COVID-19. Why aren't you guys scared of this deadly virus?
I beat cancer twice, and I did it without chemo or radiation. And I learned about my immune system and how I needed to build up my immune system, and then that keeps me healthy. And so if I can beat cancer twice, I'm not afraid of some virus, and the more I research and the more I learn, it's just a hoax anyway, and it's a hoax to keep us isolated from each other, and we need each other to help our immune systems grow. Have you guys been wearing masks the past few months?
We have never worn them.
The mainstream media is like, wear a mask, social distance. Why are you guys ignoring that? And if this is a deadly virus, then couldn't you guys be put at risk right now? Like, why aren't you guys wearing a mask?
Well, when I initially heard the issues of what was going on in Wuhan, I deemed it was really important that we take care of ourselves. The first thing we did was we started enhancing our immunity. That's what you need to pay attention to, not the defense, but the offense. So we decided to go dig deeper and get more information from doctors we can start depending upon. And then also a lot of doctors we didn't know who actually started questioning the mask. And from the get-go there was problems with getting the mask on your face, because if social distancing worked, then the masks are unnecessary. If masks worked, then social distancing is unnecessary, and that doesn't jive. That doesn't make sense. So we decided to go ahead. We not only said no to it, We also bolstered our immunity, but we also sought and got additional information from people we began to trust.
And I think we've just been in this arena for so long because we've been in this arena for 20 years now, but leaned towards that even before then. And so we've just educated ourselves so much, and we have learned a long time ago to do our own thinking and to do our own research and come up with our own solutions and resources. And I tell you, yeah, I was concerned at first, but then the more we learned and the more we researched, the more we were seeing that this is just a big hoax, and we've not fallen for it at all.
I feel like 90-something% of elderly people, or just people in general, just accept what's being told to them through the media. And you guys, it seems like, are just like, I don't know if I trust, I don't know, because you kind of have to take your own health into your own hands, because I don't know if these guys have the best intentions for me, the pharmaceutical companies and also the mainstream media.
Yeah.
It seems like that's something you guys think about.
Yeah, in fact, we turned off TV 20 years ago, okay? Doctors aren't there to save our lives. For emergencies, yes, but for stuff that we're supposed to be managing, taking and protecting ourselves, that's our responsibility.
If your house is on fire, does the fire department know about it? You have to pick up the phone and call them before they become aware of it. So hello, you're the first responder because you called them. I've had plenty of doctor visits where I sat there and tried to explain how I was feeling, and they're just clueless. So I go, okay, I'll just figure it out myself, and I usually do, you know? We've had those emergencies, yes, the doctors are there, we appreciate what they do. But nowadays, we depend way too much on them for the littlest sniffle. Oh, I gotta go to the doctor. Nah. Just build up your immune system.
So it sounds like you got to take your health into your own hands and not just accept or rely on what the doctors are saying. That's what I'm hearing. And the biggest way to do that is to watch what you're putting in your body.
Exactly.
Yeah, correct.
So if you're watching the news, you hear that, oh my God, hundreds of thousands of people are dying around the world. And wait, the target audience for this death is actually the elderly people. You guys aren't remotely concerned about that at all?
Nope.
We found out that what causes the death in elderly people is not a virus. It's comorbidities, which means if you're sick with something else, you got to have a compromised immune system. When one person has a compromised immune system, you always get sick. Well, so there we goes back to the fact that we got to increase our immunity, take care of our own health, and we won't get sick.
So the stats are out that most people that are dying are elderly, and those elderly that are dying aren't like healthy elderly, they're mostly like comorbidities. So they have other serious health problems, whether it be heart disease, whether it be cancer. And they have heart disease and cancer because they may not be putting the right things in their body. So you're saying that like the cure isn't just to put a mask on your face and to not talk to anyone or be around anyone. The cure is just to make sure you're putting healthy stuff in your body.
That's correct, yeah.
Have you ever been in a nursing home or a retirement center where they've got all these apartments and the people that live there go into a cafe, a common cafe, and eat their cafeteria? You ever tasted the food? Ever seen the food?
No, I haven't. Is it bad for you?
You might as well go to some of these smorgasbord places that are out here because it's the same stuff. It's very dead stuff. All I smell is chemicals when I walk in there. And we've been so programmed over the years that, oh, it's on the shelf. It's fine. It's at the grocery store. It's fine. No, not really. Not really. You've got to research. You've got to do your research. No matter what age you are, you've got to do your research. And we've just been really programmed, and that's what we're trying to do is help people break away from the programming.
A good rule of thumb in changing your diet is to go like this. If it's a plant, eat it. If it's made in a plant, don't eat it.
Do you guys, mess around or take any of the pharmaceuticals or
None whatsoever.
So no drugs at all?
No.
No, in fact, I've actually had 2 surgeries with my cancer. The first one, I didn't know any better. The second one, I was basically backed into a corner. They offered me medication, pharmaceuticals, for pain. I did what I needed to do, and I didn't have any pain at all, and I didn't need those medications at all. And I found out that the more sugar I ate and the more chocolate I ate, the more the tumor grew and the more it hurt. But when I backed away from those things, it stopped growing and it stopped hurting. And this is the processed sugars and the processed chocolate, like Hershey's and things like that. I still am not a big sugar person because sugar feeds cancer no matter what form it is in. Sugar feeds cancer. And I was a sugarholic. And that's been a process, but I finally kicked it several years ago, and I don't have that craving anymore.
For people listening to this, they may be old or maybe they're not old, they're still consuming bad foods. What are some things to cut out of your life via food or toxins, and what are some things to bring into your life?
Well, it's a slow process. You can't do everything all at once. So the first thing you do is you go ahead and get rid of the chemicals for cleaning your home. Get rid of them, start going for natural things. But the next step is to start working on eating more raw foods, not prepared foods. The more that a food is out of its original state, the more it's processed.
Organic, and people say it's too expensive to eat organic. Well, I ask them, have you priced cancer? Because I have twice.
And have you priced pharmaceuticals?
Yes,
like,
that's right.
Exactly.
Once you get sick, whether you have like allergies or like a cough, like have you priced that, the drugs you take from getting that? And you're saying the sickness comes a lot of times from the food you're putting in your body.
Exactly. I used to have severe allergies. When I cut out all dairy products and all animal products, I no longer have allergies. And we encourage people to shop the outskirts of the store, not in the aisles. They've been dead and they've been processed so badly that there's no value to them. And I tell people most of the stuff in the aisles has the same nutritional value as the floor you're walking on. And we also encourage them to go to the local farmers market or go to your local farmers. Ask questions, get to know your farmers.
Turn off TV, stop watching movies, start going ahead and take the time to study, get to know people, get to know yourself, and start laughing again.
Would you guys recommend going outside? Because a lot of people are inside these days and they're social distancing and they think that that's helping them.
Walking in the fresh air is one of the best things. It gets the whole blood going, and if you can only go from the house to the end of your driveway to start with, fine, but keep doing it and maybe increase it. You do it one day once, then the next day you do it twice. And people go, oh, but my knees. Well, the knees a lot of times has to do with the diet. Get off of the breads, get off of the sugars, get off of the donuts, good grief. Get off of the sodas, those are the things that are going to be adding that issue. I've seen grandmothers that are like 94 that are doing gymnastics and doing these amazing dance performances and stuff. If they can do it, you can do it.
It takes time. And you have to learn what to do and how to do it, and start talking with people, start understanding, and then start questioning the paradigm that we've been taught could be very much untrue.
So what it seems like to me, I researched the top couple of things that kill people each year, and that's heart disease and cancer. And what you're saying is those things are caused by just unhealthy diet. So why is the media saying stay in your home and wear a mask because there's so many deaths going on? Why aren't they shouting, look, eat better foods and take care of your body more? Because if that's causing a lot of deaths, why aren't they, exposing that?
That's a good question. Why aren't they?
I don't know. Seems like to me, if they're so concerned about deaths, then they should be, promoting healthy eating habits. No?
Right, right.
We say follow the money.
The other thing is,
where are they getting paid? Who's paying them?
And I've seen most of the mainstream media, I think about 70% of the mainstream media is actually funded by pharmaceutical companies.
Yes.
So there's a conflict of interest there, it seems like. So you guys seem to be pretty healthy, but a lot of people your guys' age maybe have health problems. Would you recommend them to go outside and not wear a mask and just to interact with people? Like, what would you say to them?
I would say you get to get your immune system back online. It isn't so much worried about what's in the environment. It's get your immune system, do what it takes to get your immunity back online, and then go outside or take exercises. You can't just go into the foreign field or out into where viruses are continuing. You've got viruses you've been handing to us. We've been handing you viruses because that actually is there to help us grow and help us to protect ourselves. Well, you've got to have an immune system that understands what to do with it. And if it's offline, it's going to wreak havoc in your body. So you get your immune system back online and then start stretching and growing and getting out. Oxygen is always excellent. So take deep breaths, fresh air. So if you're alone, get out, do some walking. Take deep breaths. Go up, wake up in the morning. First thing in the morning when you hear the birds tweeting, go out and take deep breaths. Now you can't sit in the sun, vitamin D, and then you can't stop pharmaceuticals if you're on them, but start doing research and saying, what are my side effects?
So it seems like the main concern shouldn't be COVID-19 and this virus and this pandemic. The main concern should be, what are you putting in your body? Because year after year it's been proven that the number one cause of death comes from heart disease. Well, that comes from what you put in your body.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So
yeah.
What would you guys say to the people that watch this video and they might think, oh man, they're not wearing a mask, they're not social distancing. That's pretty reckless, and they're putting their life at risk right now. What would you say to those people?
Well, you know what? They have to make their decision and we have to make our decision. We've educated ourselves, and they may say, well, we've educated ourselves too. Well, you may like tuna fish, I may like salmon. I'm not going to tell you not to eat your tuna fish, and you shouldn't be telling me not to eat my salmon. It's that you got to make the decision for yourself. We've been through the maze. We realize that it's a maze. We did not have the internet 20 years ago like we do now, and we didn't have anybody that was willing to talk to us and help us maneuver through. We had to obtain books and videos and things like that and read them and watch them. So it's all been on us, and so that's one reason that we speak out and that we share with people. We want to help people.
We want to wake people up.
Yeah.
That's what you guys are doing now. Here we are, the couple that's not afraid of COVID-19 at all.
Nope.
Not even remotely.
Nope. And I appreciate you being willing and inviting us to participate with you in this exercise of you exploring the world and finding answers for yourself.
Thanks for living wild and crazy.
Yes.
That's the only way to do it.
And I gave every one of these guys a hug when we met today.
Can we do another one?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. Woo.
Before, people might be watching this and they'd be like, Marshall, you're putting them at risk right now. What would you say to that? Should I be giving you a hug? People are trying to stop us from hugging, no?
That's my responsibility, not yours.
Group hug. Group hug.
Group hug, there we go.
Give me some of that.
Hug. They're trying to stop this. They say don't get close. Why are they trying to stop love? That's what I'm wondering.
That's right.
Exactly.
Can't stop love.
Exactly.
In the end, they can. Love wins. In the end, love wins to me.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yes.
Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. It means a lot to me. And once again, I have started a GoFundMe. So if you want to see my films come to life, in which I get to the bottom and investigate on what's actually going on with COVID-19, and I expose what's going on with the pharmaceutical and healthcare industries, then it would mean a lot to me if you contributed to my GoFundMe, because without your guys' help and contributions, I wouldn't be able to keep going. Much love, and hopefully I'll be releasing my film soon. It's all dependent upon, I gotta get my money up, so I only have $500 in my bank account right now. So you guys know me though, I'm not a quitter, I make things happen. So regardless, it'll come out eventually. See you in the next video, whenever that might be. And my GoFundMe is in the description if you want to contribute. So I'll see you in the next video.
Bye.